Hey go-getters, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today I have a fun video for you guys. We're talking about something a little bit different. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to get motivated to work out. Yes, yeah. This is such a good one, okay? And the reason that I say this is because I have struggled with this for so long. We'll get into it. I guess we should just start at the beginning, right? So as somebody who never did sports in school, okay, I was not trained on how to actually properly work out, as so many people are. Lucky dogs. I know how daunting working out can be. So I would love to share a little bit about my personal journey and a lot of bit about some tips that can help you on yours. I'm really hoping to inspire somebody out there to pick up some weights today, okay? Because I'm telling you, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So here's a little bit about my journey. I have two older brothers and they both did some sports, but I never did. I was in like some weird dance thing when I was like 4 or something, and that didn't last long. Apparently I told my mom I didn't like it and she took me out of it. I don't remember that, but that's what happened. So no experience whatsoever with working out. I was skinny until I was about 12, 11 when puberty started, and then not skinny anymore, not in shape anymore, super self-conscious, all the things. Not the biggest person, but not the littlest person. And as a girl, it was hard because you look at all the other girls and you're like, they're cute, they know how to do their makeup, they know how to do their hair, they know how to work out, they have great wardrobes, and I had none of those things. So very awkward in high school, very awkward in middle school, not a fun experience for me at all, okay? That's partly why I became a cosmetologist, which is funny and ironic and beautiful, and it's also how I became a personal development coach, because I have been there and I want to help other people who are going through it get to the other side of it, because there is an other side. There is an other side and you can get there too. So bear with me, okay? So I had dabbled-dee-doo-dawed in a couple of different workouts, and I mean like dabble. One time I was 13, I did like 100 sit-ups and I couldn't sit up again for another week. It was awful. And then I think at like 16, I was on the treadmill one time and my brother walked by. Somehow he was at the same gym as me and my friend, and he was like 30 minutes minimum. I couldn't even make it through the 30 minutes. So if that tells you anything, I didn't go back. Then I think I was 19 and in Florida, I moved to Florida and lived in Florida for about 3 years, and I started to run. Loved it. It actually helped me quit smoking the first time. The first run that I did, I couldn't make it. Like, I think it was a minute, maybe it was 2 minutes, but I was like dying after that. Oh, that reminded me that I was in track very, very briefly. Went to my first track meet, thought I was gonna die, never went back. So that was my other stint. That was the only sport I ever even attempted. My dad liked to run, so he was like, yeah, sure, but nobody taught me how. I don't know what happened. Nobody taught me how to do these things. Back to Florida. I started to run, and eventually I hit my stride, and I was like, this is amazing. I was able to run for 45 minutes. I wasn't running fast, y'all. I wasn't running marathons, but I could run, and it was cool. I was still working on getting in shape, still had cellulite, still wasn't, you know, in the greatest shape, but I was getting somewhere. Long story short, I left Florida, took a break from all that, and didn't work out again until I was, I want to say 23, 24. Now this is when I started doing like squats and like body weight challenges, a little bit of ankle weight things from a girl called Vicki Justice, who I found back before she blew up on YouTube. You can find her out there. Love her. She's super fun. And she would do like glute exercises and like thighs and ab workouts. And I started doing those workouts with her. I did that pretty consistently and then took a break for whatever reason. That sort of thing happens. And then I found somebody named Krista DePaulo. I will link her down. I'll link Vicki Justice down too, because they're both amazing. Krista has her own thing, and I paid for a subscription for her for forever. And then Vicki also has her own thing, but I'm sorry, Vicki, I like Krista's better because Krista does it with you, and she's just so like rah rah, but she's not mean about it. So love Krista, highly recommend. Hers is called Boxing and Bubbles, and it's a kickboxing cardio thing. It's amazing. I told everybody about it when I was doing it. I still love it, but I've taken a break from that as well for various reasons. After that, I was able to start building my own home gym. I bought resistance bands, the cloth kind. and the stretchier kind, the kind of like plastic kind. I bought ankle weights. I bought handheld barbells. I bought and what's it called? It's right there. I bought a rebounder. Love it. Love that thing. About killed me the first time that I got on there. I'll tell you about that too. But I also have a mini stepper that I also really enjoy. And now I have a gym membership that I actually go to. I go to the gym. Isn't that amazing? I just can't, y'all. And all of this to say that now I have a personal challenge that I mentioned in another video that was talking about how I'm trying to get rid of my cellulite. And I am so close. I'm so close. It's gonna happen and it's beautiful. It's amazing, okay? It's just awesome. And I share all of this, again, to say, another time, to reiterate, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Here is how I got motivated. You're not gonna like this, but I gotta share it. Unfortunately, motivation often comes from lows and not highs, okay? Rock bottom is what motivates people more than anything else. So there were some things that bothered me about myself that when you're in the moment, you know that you're having a problem with it, you know that it bothers you, but it doesn't bother you quite the same as when you see a picture. You know what I mean? So I saw a picture one time of myself and I was like, no. No. It was kind of, and it was on somebody else's phone, which made me feel even, I was like, delete that, please delete that. It made me feel even worse because it wasn't even something that I had control over. So who knows who else has pictures of me that I don't like. So made me uncomfortable. It made me feel bad, made me feel sick and icky in my own skin, and I didn't like that. And I was like, I don't have to live this way. Now this mindset, coupled with a whole bunch of other things that were going on in my life, like over drinking, smoking when I really wanted to quit, for real, after I had already quit twice, but another story for another time. I say all of this to tell you that if you're experiencing any compilation of these things, if you're like, yeah, I don't like how I look in photos, or you're like, yeah, I know that I need to work out, I know that I can, the pudge or the thighs or the arms and the whatever it is that's bothering you about yourself, you don't have to wait until rock bottom. But rock bottom is generally what it takes. So decide for yourself right here and right now, what is your rock bottom? Is it right now? I mean, genuinely, is it right now? The next question would be, when is it? Do you want to wait a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and gain 15, 20, 25, 50 pounds? Or do you want to go on ahead and start now while it's easier before it gets worse and before it starts turning into real health problems? I will say too, that a lot of what inspired me to pick up my pieces of myself was realizing that I'm getting older. I'm not in my 20s, and time is not going to reverse. You only look as good as you look right now. And if you don't do anything about it, this is going to be your best look. Well, I want to at least maintain. Life is 90% maintenance. I want to put myself as part of that maintenance. Warren Buffett actually said this in a really beautiful way. He was saying that your health is like a car. If you knew that you could only have one car for your entire life, how well would you take care of that car? You would get the oil changed. You would spend all the money on keeping that thing washed. You would get tires, you would get new transmission, you'd get a new engine. You would do all the things that you could do to maintain that vehicle knowing that it's your only one. Why should we treat our bodies any differently? Our bodies and our health is the only one. We don't get another one, okay? That's not a thing. It's not until Jesus comes down and then we're transported. Amen. But right here on this earth, this planet, what we have going on right here, this is it. This is it. Kids are another huge motivating factor for you. So if you have children in any way, shape, or form, or if you have family, like elderly parents that you're trying to take care of, I mean, I shouldn't have to give you excuses, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there is always a reason. There's always a purpose. There's always something bigger and better. It could be you're a nurse and you need to be able to lift people up. You need to be strong so that you can help your people. Even if you have no family and you have nothing else, even if it's just your job. Now, I know a woman who, she is an orphan. Both of her parents have passed. She has no kids. She's got no siblings. She's got nobody except for the people that she networks and the people that she meets. And every Christmas, she goes to a soup kitchen and she helps give out food to people in need. And I love that. She does that, I believe, on Thanksgiving as well. And she just has this heart of gold and a heart for people. And she's not taking it in a way that it's like, woe is me, I just have been dealt the worst cards. And no, she's not like that at all. She's like, I'm going to do the best with what the Lord has given me, and I'm going to still create an impact on those around me for the better, because I can. And that is how all of us should be. And part of doing that, part of being able to do that, is our health and is the ability to work out. Now, let's go into tips on how to actually work out, like actual workout tips. So the easiest way to put this is to say, start small. The rebounder, for instance, that thing right there, that thing that we talked about earlier, killed me the first time I got on there because I didn't have any capacity for knowing what it was actually doing to my lungs. As I was jumping, I was having a good time. I was like, oh, 5 minutes, no big deal. Oh my gosh, I got off of that thing and I was like woozy and kind of lightheaded and kind of like, it was kind of scary because I was like, oh my gosh, my heart rate is up higher than I thought it was, because I was having so much fun and didn't realize how much fun I was having. So make sure that you're taking it small, taking it slow, taking it careful when you first step into something. Same thing with the first time I ever did a Vicky Justice video. It was a squatting video, and there was like a bunch of different like types of squats. I had never done it before. Kind of like the sit-up thing that I was talking about earlier. I did 100 sit-ups thinking I was gonna get in shape, and then I never did them again because I hurt myself so badly. That's what happened with the Vicky Justice video. You'd think I'd learned my lesson, but the first time I did the Vicky Justice video, I was sore for a week. Like, could not bend down. It hurt so bad because I went hard thinking I got this, it's not that big of a deal, when I hadn't worked out in literally years. So take it slow. Kid you not, same thing happened with Krista. Not as bad. I was a little bit older, a little bit wiser, but one of Krista's videos I found on Pop Sugar, you can look up Pop Sugar on YouTube. I found it on there. And it was strictly boxing, just arms, just upper body, like slips and punches and like uppercuts, like whatever it was. I can't remember the exact video. It was only 15 minutes. No, it was 30 minutes. And I only got through 15 minutes and I was dying the next day. I was in such pain. It took me, I think, 3 or 4 times to actually work my way up to doing the entire video, still sweating, pouring down. And it was only, like I said, upper body. Like there was no kicks or anything like that. So start easy, start slow, do what you can do. Now I will say, when it comes to consistency, another thing to keep in mind when you are showing up is that some days are not going to be your best days when you show up. You're going to show up and be like, man, I'm tight. Like I'm not kicking like I normally kick, or I'm not lifting like I normally lift, or I just feel weak today. That is okay. It's okay to feel weak. It's okay to feel like it's not your best day. Then you're going to have other days where you're going to show up and you're going to be like, I'm Superwoman. I am Superman. And you're going to be able to do all the things. Okay. So it's one of those things where you do have good days and you do have bad days, just the same as you do in real life. That's really how it works in the gym as well as off the gym. The gym is such a great metaphor for life. You learn discipline, you learn consistency, you learn how to stay motivated, you learn how to do what you can do on the hard days, on the rainy days, and also show up on the sunny days. You learn how to be able to manage yourself, your time, how to manage your emotions. It's so good for your emotions. Let me just throw that out there. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. It's good for all the things. You just need to be doing it. Now, I understand that there are some people out there who have restrictions. If you've got bad knees, if you've got some issues with joints or arthritis or something like that, rebounding might be a great thing for you. Maybe on the ground, there might be something that you can do that's like lower impact, but there's something out there. Talk to a doctor. Also, disclaimer, I am not giving like medical advice here. Anything that I say in this video, you cannot take as medical advice, and I am not in charge of anything that happens to you. So disclaimer for sure. You understand that this is just entertainment value. This is obviously, things that helped me. This is my experience. This is how I was able to come up and get in shape and feel better and feel good about myself. So always consult a doctor before trying any type of physical exercise. However, I do truly highly recommend that you try it. Okay? At least just try it. Another serious way that I believe will help you get motivated and stay motivated is recognizing that this is a lifelong event that you are embarking upon. This is not something that you do for a year and all of a sudden you hit your goal and you don't have to do it again. A lot of times people say, I want to eat what I want to eat, but I want the results of somebody who doesn't eat what I want to eat. But that's really, like, you can kind of have best of both worlds, but how best is each of those worlds going to be? For me personally, I don't cut out all sugar. I did that for 3 years, cut out sugar completely. Unrelated. This was because of anxiety that I cut it out. And it did help me get my anxiety under control. And I do now limit the sugar that I have, but I still eat some chocolate every once in a while. You know, I still have my cheesecake. I still eat brownies. I still do the small things in life that I enjoy because I don't want to cut them out completely. I get it. I totally understand. However, I do it a lot less than I was before. I don't have a bag of M&Ms every single day. I don't have Reese's every single day, which is what I was doing for a long time. So there's got to be balance there. But there's also has to be realistic expectations. Because what it comes down to is we know most of the time what we should be doing, but we still don't do it. So you have to decide, is this worth it to me? Is this something that I think is going to truly make a difference and make me happier in the long run? And chances are it is, especially when it comes to working out. Chances are you're gonna be happier working out than you will right now doing nothing. Another way that you can get motivated is to figure out how to wiggle this into your life. Is if you work a 9 to 5, it is extremely difficult to get in a workout. However, it is not impossible. There are ways that you can get up and go work out. You can work it out with your partner. Hey, I'm gonna go to the gym first thing in the morning this day. You can go the next day, then I'll go the next day. We can take turns. One person stays home with the kids. Same thing for after work. Hey, I'm gonna go to the gym this day after work. And just make that the habit, make that the ritual, make that part of your routine. It doesn't have to be this crazy thing. I will say give yourself at least an hour. 1 hour for a full good workout, maybe an hour and a half if you want to include getting to the gym and getting back home and getting changed and all of that. But if you can find an hour to an hour and a half within maybe say 3 to 4 days a week, you can get yourself in a good workout, get yourself on a good routine, and make that change happen for you that you really want to happen. Another way that you can get motivated to work out is to buy the wardrobe, okay? The wardrobe matters. Make sure that you have comfortable bras to wear. Make sure that you have the shirts that you want to wear. Make sure that you have the leggings, the shoes. You want to look cute and you want to be comfortable. Now, I'm not talking about like, booty shorts or whatever. You do you. That's whatever you want to do. But I am talking about something that makes you feel like, okay, I'm ready to go in here. I am prepared. I have what is necessary to get myself to the gym, rather than using that as an excuse not to. Another thing that you can do to help prepare yourself for the gym is prepare your meals. So making sure that you're prioritizing protein is huge. And that doesn't mean that you're eating a big chunk of steak. That means that you could buy some protein bars, or you could buy some protein shakes, or get the protein like powder mix that you can mix together. But protein is going to help you actually recover, and it's going to help you build muscle. Same thing with the rest of your eating habits. Make sure that you're buying, salads and fish and sweet potatoes. And if you have any questions about the diet that you're supposed to be on, or about dieting, and I'm not talking about like, totally being restrictive, but I'm talking about being healthy, like tuna, salmon, rice, whatever, which I don't know how healthy rice is. I love rice, but you can look it up. You can ask a friend who's super in shape, and you can just be like, hey, what do you eat? And just, don't overcomplicate it. It's not that complicated. The thing that can help you get motivated is to realize that everybody else in the gym is probably cheering you on. So if you're afraid to go to the gym because you're afraid of looking like you don't know what you're doing, ask somebody for help. There are people there who work there who will help you know how to use the machines. We all started off as beginners. I got super mad at my husband one time for not helping me. He was like, what do you mean you don't know? This was years ago, and I was so mad. I was so embarrassed. He has gotten better at helping me with the machines. I haven't tried them all yet, but I've tried a ton of them, and now I feel a lot more confident when I go to the gym. Everybody's a beginner at one point in time, so don't feel self-conscious about that. It's okay to be new. Everybody was new. Most people at the gym are like, hey, good for you. We're all here to do the same thing. Now, there's going to be some stuck-up people who aren't going to be the nicest. But that's the same anywhere that you go, and you can't stop that. That's just how some people are. That shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be you. I hope that this video was super helpful. If there's anything that you feel like I missed, or if you want me to expound upon anything that I discussed, just let me know down below and I'd be happy to do that. For now, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram. My website will be linked down below as well. Don't forget to get my ebook on self-awareness. I will link that in the description box too. And if you're interested in private coaching with me and you want to work on your self-development and your mindset, don't hesitate to check out my website and give me a call. Hey go-getters, it's Michelle. I am inserting this little mini clip in here to let you know that I am going to be a part of a conference coming up here just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. If this is something that you are interested in and you'd like to hear more about, please shoot me a DM on my Instagram. And once I have your email, I'm going to send you more information about the date, the venue, what it's going to be about, and the different type of speakers that are going to be involved. It's going to be so much fun. I really hope that you can make it. And once I have more information, I will create a video all about it, sharing with you all the fun, exciting details. But for now, I wanted to make sure that I put something in the video to let you know that it is happening. So if you like conferences and you're interested in health and personal development and the various aspects of women's empowerment, then this is something that you're going to really want to check into. When I know more, I'll let you know more. Now back to the video. Always remember that you've got this. Do better, go-getter, and I will see you in the next video.